Good evening, traders. Today is Sunday. We have a Sunday class with me. Currently, right now, Ertuan is in vacation, so he may not be able to attend today, but let's have fun without him. We're going to have fun without Ertuan today. Let me just clean up my chart. Please bear with me, guys. How's everyone's doing? Still not a millionaire. We did not win the lottery. So everybody still hold on to your resignation letter, okay? Don't send it to your bosses yet. We are not there yet. All right. Let's go over Meta first. I had a small coaching group today with Tamir. It's about 20 people, but some of them did not show up. So it's being recorded. This is, let me see, this is the current one. This is the current. Yes, this is the current for Meta. Delete that. And I delete this. Meta has an interesting chart. We do have a beautiful morning star pattern here, and that is bullish. We have a head and shoulder, draw a trend line, broke out, respected the support, which would extend it actually all the way here. But if this is a early signal for a reversal, this is a confirmation. Last week we had a confirmation after that morning star pattern.
Barry, your screen's not showing.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay, is that better?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Let's go ahead and push it here. So once again, we have head and shoulder, broke out of that neckline, reached the support, but the real support of that head and shoulder lies on that 483 levels right here on this candle. But if we do have an early reversal to the upside, this is a morning star pattern with a bearish candle, a rejection, and a bullish candle. This is a confirmation of the morning star pattern. So we are actually approaching a little bit of a resistance from 690 all the way to a possibility of 705. So right here to here is the possible, a little bit of a hurdle. A little bit of a hurdle for Meta, right? But the real resistance lies on that 749 or 748 all the way to 759. So it's about $10 big gap. Well, first we're gonna have to reach first the body of the candle before reaching the top of the wick. So that will be your real resistance if this morning star pattern continue its momentum. We do need to watch our RSI as it is currently approaching to cross over the signal line. Also, we do have the bearish divergent, which was confirmed. Break out of that, confirm the bearish divergent. Retest, this is the head and shoulder. Retest of the shoulder of the top trend line. Actually, this is the lower trend line. Retest of that and then shoots down. So currently right now, this is a little bit of a hurdle for Meta. It does look good for me. I really do like it. We just really need a momentum confirmation for that. Our MACD is still below zero line, so it's still bearish. We still need a full confirmation. Let's see where is this EMAs coming from. So another hurdle in here is your 21 EMA on the weekly chart, right? So why am I looking at the weekly chart? The weekly chart, which is the longer time frame, tells us where the market could possibly go. In reality, this is a bullish trend. Do you guys agree this is a bullish trend? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, all the way higher high, higher low. This structure remains bullish as long as we did not break this lower low. Yes, we did create a lower high in here, lower high. This is 1, 2, 3. So hopefully this is the end of this possible pullback. And if we measure that retracement, that pullback, let's see how far it's gone up. It's about 60%, which is all traders' favorite pullback, right? It's right here. This is a pretty good entry, actually. It's a very good pullback. From the rally all the way here to here, that was a rally, pullback, a possible pullback with the rejection. There's a lot of confluence in here. Actually, 2 confluence, but let me see if there's a third confluence. Okay, third. But once we fail to hold below 50, my 50 is the white line, right? So, but it's holding on the 100 MA. Let me just delete this and explain to you guys. If you look at Meta, when it pulls back and falls below 50 MA, last time back on this month, I cannot see my screen. Let me see, where is this? Back on April of this year, it tried to retest that 100 MA. The support just lies around here, half of this candle. It's been respected twice, 2 weeks right here. Respected and then recover, retrace that 50 MA. If it's going to happen, the same thing here, back on April, we tried to test the 100 MA, and it is the 100 MA as well, on November the 17th. We ended up having a Morningstar pattern, an early reversal to the upside, rejecting the 100. So you got Morningstar pattern, you got a rejection on the 100 MA. As long as we remain above this 100 MA, then it's a possibility of a reversal. But right now there is a hurdle. It's a hurdle because this is not fully confirmed yet. Until we created a higher high, then we could say finally we created a higher high. That is an early trend for a bullish move or to the uptrend, right? Right now we're currently creating continuous of this higher low. Excuse me, guys. I've been talking since 2 o'clock this afternoon, so I'm getting dry mouth. The hurdle that we need to surpass is that 680. But that 680 is really not much. It's also could extend it all the way to that 695, which is half of this candle. Because right now we're currently trading this candle. So if you look at your weekly chart, go look at the weekly chart, this big bearish candle that was on October 27th. This will help you gauge where is the resistance and support for Meta currently right now. This is the current candle. Look at this left side. This is a big candle. So remember, half of this candle is a pullback, but there is an MAs that needs to surpass. This MA serves as a shackle. It will serve as a hurdle. It's going to have some type of price actions or a little bit of resistance. Break out of that 680 or at least 681. That reclaim your 21 EMA. The goal is to have all your EMAs aligned and pointing up and cross over 21 and 13. So when you see your 8 EMA cross over your 13 and 21, that is an early signal for the bullish run for Meta. Now let's go to the daily chart. The daily chart is looking pretty good as well, but once again, what do you guys see on my chart? We surpasses all these EMAs, right? So now let's go ahead and get rid of that EMAs. So same thing on the weekly chart. On the weekly chart, we have the 680 level of resistance, but right now on the daily, we have this 50 MA of that 675, which is also aligned with your resistance on the daily chart, right? This is a gapping down. So the bottom of this, the first candle that dropped after the gapping down is your resistance. The top of the wick will serve as your resistance. And it's currently right now, what is it doing? It's currently respecting there's two things that we have to pay attention here, because this is a resistance. Also, we have that 200 MAs and we have this 50 MA. So there's a lot of resistance going on in here. The last time the RSI tried to climb above 60 right here, we did not make it. Instead, we actually gapped down. If this break out of your 670 is currently, I wonder how much is it post market now. Can you guys see? I don't have a Webull, so I will not be able to see it. So if we open above 675, or at least respect that 670 tomorrow, and then we are respecting the 200 MAs. We want to trade above 50, especially above 200, because when the candles falls below 200, it'll be so bearish. So right now we're just trying to reclaim that 200 MAs, and that is also the resistance. So we have a gap from 680 all the way to 742. So that's about $62. So that's a pretty big chunk of profit, right? But this gapping up, you don't fill this up completely, guys. You really don't. So after we surpass this 50 MAs, what is the second gap? I mean, the second resistance. You can have a hurdles on here. Why? Because this is the weekly. Remember the weekly, the one that we draw? These level of resistance right here, which is pretty much aligned with the daily support here, all the way here. This is your half of the candle on that weekly, the one that I draw in the purple. So we can have a hurdle from this level, 696 to 686. Yes, it's a $10. If you want to see the local resistance of that, you got to go to the shorter time frame, okay? But after that hurdle, we're going to again retest this 100 MA, which is your $712, which could extend it to 731 as well. But break out of this 100 MAs on the daily, then we don't have no more MAs to worry about, right? And hopefully our RSI could pass 60, because we tried here, we break out, and now we are approaching that 60 again, because above 60 we'll consider to be bullish. Okay, so gapping, you don't fill up the entire gap. Yeah, it takes some time, especially you have a bunch of hurdles for Meta. This is a beautiful inverse head and shoulder, guys, and if we really break out of this, it's going to be bullish. And I'm seeing Meta, this, if we surpasses these levels, it's going to be more bullish. Let's just take a look at the 4 hours as well. 4 hours again, there's a struggle on that 200 MAs right here. Okay, so it's really a struggle here. So if you would like to trade Meta tomorrow, so look at your 4 hours, but first I want you to do your resistance on the weekly. This candle, the weekly candle, will serve as your resistance and your support. And then push into the daily and watch your MAs. Your MAs is the 50 and 200. There's going to have a price action here. Either break out or reject this and retest 661. Retest 662 to 661. If we cannot respect that 662, 661, make it 660. Psychological support, you round it off to a whole number. If it respects it, it could just vacillate up and down from here. But if it doesn't, we have a small mini gap, could extend it to that 648. 648 to 661. That's a big chunk, by the way. That's a big chunk right here. So it's pretty good. This is, I'll be watching Meta actually. I do like this. So let me just delete that. I don't like Ray. I mean, no offense to Ray, okay? So, and the daily chart, this is pretty good. Look at this. Your resistance is that EMAs, the 50 MAs, and your support is within this, and then you have a gap down right here. So we could actually trade this tomorrow, see where, and hopefully it doesn't happen during pre-morning market. Otherwise, we'll miss our opportunity. I might do a morning huddle tomorrow because I'm traveling on Tuesday, so maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I'll send you guys the link. And this is a support. This is a possible trade right here. So it's either to go up, you have your resistance, either to go down. So I have all my resistance level here. If I fail this, I know where I'm going here, you know, then here, then here. Okay. Your 4 hours again has that hurdle on the 200 MAs. We're slightly way overbought on the 4 hour on the shorter time frame. So I'm not really afraid of that, but this is the hurdle that we need to watch. So maybe it will retest here, go back until we recover from this overbought, and then remain above the signal line and then continue to go higher again. Let's see. That's the meta because I owe somebody meta, my students asking for meta. And that was not the right time to give it to him because we were teaching. Okay, the next one. What is the next one? You guys want to see Tesla? Yeah, let's go see Tesla. Any questions, by the way, before I go to Tesla?
If we can do Netflix, maybe.
Yeah, we could do Netflix. Is the gap between the second and the third candle from the end is a problem? The good news came 20 minutes later. The red candle would have been almost solid green instead of gap on the daily. Well, are you talking about this is an inside bar candle? So this could be a possible reversal to the downside. So you have a support right here. This will tell you where the support lies. So if we fail this level, you have a gap down here. And if this is green, it's not going to change to red. It is down $1.67. It's not a big difference, not much. It's okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at Tesla, and then we'll go UNH. Actually, I do like UNH. Like UNH. Okie dokie. With Tesla, once again, let's start with the weekly chart. All right. As you can see, we always look at the weekly chart, right? Because the weekly chart tells us where the market is going. We still have a bullish trend here. This is still bullish. Tesla is still bullish. The only thing is I don't like how slow we consolidate here. We consolidate here with a bullish pennant breakout, right? We could say we do have a descending channel right here, or others will say there is a megaphone, right? A megaphone is a very volatile because it could swing up and down, swing up and down. That's why it's so volatile. Okay, but if we say that, Mary, we do have a descending channel, I could see it. Let's see that. I don't mind. I like descending channel. Descending channel is bullish. I would like to say it's a descending channel. I'm gonna fix that. Don't you worry. Okay, so we could say we do have a descending channel. We have two touch on the top, multiple touch on the bottom. So that is confirm a descending channel. I do like consolidation, by the way, because it gives us some type of where we could enter, and then we see if there's a breakout, confirm the trade. We have another consolidation here. We do have 1, 2. Hopefully, we are going to break out of this consolidation channel, right? This descending channel breakout, and we could create. We've been trying to create a new higher high. That 488 is the top resistance for Tesla. I know I have some type of resistance in here. I did it. Not unless, oh, I did coaching and I deleted it. But I will redo it again. That's no bueno. Okay. So currently right now we are on the descending channel. Continue with the bullish trend. This is our uptrend and we have been breaking that down. Full confirmation waiting for your RSI is still bullish, but once we surpasses that, we cross over the signal line, which is a bullish crossover, that's what we call it for the RSI, right? A bullish crossover, then we could see Tesla breaking out of that descending channel. Your MACD is telling you, hey, there's an early buy signal, could be a possibility. But in order for us to confirm that breakout, because it could be a fake out, right? Since this is a weekly chart, you would like to see volume. But the problem with volume on the weekly, once it started Monday, obviously the volume will not be completed, right? So this volume is pretty good. No, it's okay, still average, right? It is still higher than the previous one, although this is a big candle and this is the volume is kind of increasing. So that's pretty good sign. I don't want a spiking volume in here, but since this is weekly, it may take some time. It's not going to be completed until the weekly candle is complete. So let's see if we could be able to see on the daily chart. The daily chart is still on the average side of the volume trend, right? It's still on the histogram, as you can see. It's still pretty average. If there is a volume that breaks out, you see this one. I'll give you guys an example. Coaching 101. Right? This is a resistance, breakout. But look at the volume. The volume is increasing. The second volume is already giving you it's giving you a early signal. Like look at this volume. It's just right above your MAs of your. I think this is 20. Let me see what is the what is the EMAs of that. 20 MAs. Yes. Your 20 moving averages, you gotta you break out of that, so you're above the 20 moving averages. So that's a pretty good early signal, but this confirms with a spiking volume, that is a spiking volume that traders are looking for. So if you see a breakout back up with the volume, that is not a fake out. I'll be like, ooh, I love Tesla. This volume is amazing. This is a spiking volume. This is not a fake out. If you see a massive bullish candle, do you guys know what does that mean? When there's a massive bullish candle, what does that mean? It means there's more buyers. There is buying pressure in here. Pressure. There is buying. It's a massive candle. I mean, define massive, Mary, right? Well, you compare to this candle, to this candle, to this candle, to this candle. This is a massive candle. And this one only gives you a very, very small wick. So buyers are buying premium, high premium. That's when sometimes when the price is too high and we think it's too high, the buyers, I mean, the institution doesn't care if it's too high. If there's a breakout, that is their entry, because this is a fully confirmed trend to the upside. This is a breakout. You see how the body of the candle actually had a mini gap? That is bullish. And this is a bullish candle, very slight seller. Bullish candle, this is really big elephant bar. Back up with the volume. Okay, so now let's go back here. We do have an early signal for this is pretty early for Tesla. This is a pre-breakout candle. As long as we don't trade below 451 or 453, then I'll say we could continue to go high, and this is an early signal for Tesla for the breakout. We just want a spiking volume, guys. A spiking volume confirms that this is really a breakout, because what could happen is if we fall below that 451, then we're going to end up having a red candle, which could test a 449 all the way to 446, which could move it a little bit to 445, right? What is that? Then we could possibly create a evening star pattern, which is bearish signal. Right? But that's just a scenario. Okay, that is just a scenario. I'm not saying it's going to happen. It could happen if we open below or we cannot surpass the current level of 455. If we cannot create a bullish candle in here, then this early signal of a breakout is not confirmed. Okay. This is actually nice too, because we do have we could say double bottom right here, double bottom, but we do have a W pattern, broke at a neckline here, right? And then we continue to go higher. The real resistance of this, your leg 2, lies here, all the way here. So it really wants to push higher to that 470 to 475. So it really wants to push higher. So after that 475, we're going to get to that 488 and then create a new higher high. Yep. After we see that 488 break out of that 488, I'll go ahead and send you guys more resistance. I did a resistance in here. It's just too much work. Too much work when you are charting. By the way, I feel so lonely because you guys are so well behaved. Like nobody's interrupting me. Good job. I'm proud of you guys. Okay. Let me take a look at the daily again. So just remember, okay, I give you guys a possible support level for Tesla in case it falls and break below that what is that again? The 451, 449, okay? Let's take a look at what is stopping Tesla from moving. Ooh, I like it. When your MAs are aligned, 50, 100, and 200, that is a bullish trend. That's a bullish trend. Let's see the weekly if they're all aligned as well. I'm sure it is.
When you say aligned, you mean going up, right?
Yeah, when they are aligned for going to move up for a bullish trend, we have 50, 100, 200. You know, compared to this, you have 200, 50, and 100. So that is not a bullish structure. This is a bullish structure. Okay. And it's aligned with your daily. So they are all confluence. Okay. If your weekly and your daily and your 4 hours are aligned, that is good confluence. But it's not confluence with your 4-hour chart. So we are really waiting for the crossover, the bullish crossover or a golden cross of this 50 MAs to the 200. Once you see that, then you're going to see that my weekly, my daily, and my 4 hours are all aligned. That is a full confluence that Tesla will be moving higher. Those are the cues. It's just slightly a little bit overbought. We just really need to cross over this, and then I'll be like, yes, Tesla is gonna be flying to the moon. See, it's getting aligned already. Cross over, it's crossing. This is a golden cross. Now we're gonna wait for 100 to cross over. So they're really trying to be aligned now. So I think we're gonna have a little bit of a struggle though, because the 2 hours is already crossed below the signal line here. So we're gonna have a little bit of a struggle, just a little bit of pullback, so that the shorter time frame could have so much room to the downside. So that the shorter time frame could pull back and we could have more room to the upside. That's what I meant to say. Does that make sense? Once we, on the 4 hours, is just slightly overbought. Once we cross, I think we're gonna cross over the signal line just to, maybe it could retest that 200 again. Hopefully not. Because when it breaks down, it tried always to retest. So same thing with VWAP. When there's a breakout, it always tried to retest before it rallies. Not unless that's really a full confirmation to the upside. Your daily used to have so much room to the upside, still so much. You're slightly 61. 61 is good. 61 is bullish. We like 61. Any questions on Tesla?
What you're basically saying is when the 50 MA, I'm sorry, yeah, when the 50 MA comes up and crosses the 200, that's an entry point.
It's not an entry point. It's showing you that when we cross over the 200 and the 100, they're all aligned now. It means Tesla is ready to move up. Your weekly, your daily, and your 4 hours, which is your shorter time frame, are all confluence. It means they are ready to move to the upside. Once you start seeing that, that is a cue stating that bullish momentum could now continue. Because right now, this is not confluence with your weekly and your daily. But right now, it's giving us a possible breakout of the descending channel on this candle. Not fully confirmed yet. We want to remain above at least 451 tomorrow and not fall, or at least don't fall back. It could actually happen and retest here. It could just go back and retest this 50 MAs, but we don't want to fall below 50 MAs. If we could just retest the 50 MAs and then we could continue to go up. It's okay. It could happen. It always tried after there is a breakout on the 50, it always tried to retest that 50 before a big move to the upside, before it rallies up. Same thing with the VWAP. It always
Miss,
try.
may I ask something? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I can't find my hand raising thing. Do you think that it's far away from the 200 so that most likely would confirm that it would be doing a little pullback first?
We prefer the 200 far away from the 50.
Right.
The only
From
pullback
the
it's
price
going that
action.
we want
Okay.
to happen is a retest of that 50 MA.
Okay.
You know, for this to retest all the way here, no, you don't want that. Then you just break out the descending channel. Then that confirms to the downside, which yes, it could retest here, but that's not the goal here. The goal is for us, we want to, we want it to rally, right? So that we could win. But the goal here is to remain above. I mean, if we open above 455 tomorrow, then that will be bullish. And then we could say, yes, this entry is pretty good to move up so that we could retest all this resistance in here. Tesla looks bullish to me, by the way. It's just a little bit of a hurdle on that 4 hours. That's it, just because of this. But it looks bullish. It really is. You ended up with a bullish candle. You have this is also a scenario here that I've been telling you guys. We had a tweezer bottom, confirm the trend right here, confirm the reversal. These two are massive bullish candle. We have an increasing volume here. So tomorrow, if we do have breakout here, you're going to see the volume spiking tomorrow. So, and then if you see the crossover, the bullish crossover on the RSI, this Tesla is confirmed bullish. It's confirmed bullish. It looks bullish per chart. Okay. Per chart looks bullish.
Thank you.
Because look at this, we have a W pattern, retest of the neckline, now breakout. There's a lot of rejection here. The rejections here, rejections of the support line, a reversal, confirmation, massive candle. We just really want a breakout candle here. So which we are expecting a crossover, a bullish crossover on the RSI. Once it breaks out, it's gonna be skyrocketing for Tesla. It looks bullish. To me, it looks bullish. More bullish if we see a green candle confirm the trend. We continue. We have this trend line. Your MAs is all lined up. Your volume is increasing. Your RSI is slightly 63, above 63. It's above 60. It's bullish. A full confirmation cross over that. Cross over that. And your 4 hours just slightly struggle to move up because of your RSI in here. That's it. That's the only hurdle that Tesla is doing. Not unless fundamentals, bad news. I don't know if there's any kind of is there's any Fed talk tomorrow?
No, the only news on Tesla, they get with a minor fine by the EU. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's X. Sorry, my bad. But I mean, X and Tesla get affected, but it's minor fine. But Tesla looks good news wise.
So there's
Remember, their sales in China went up last month, so that's all good news.
there's also a UNH. I read some like a short article stating that Elon lowered the price for Tesla in Europe. Is that confirmed?
I'll look it up.
Yeah, I read something like that. With the UNH, I'm waiting for UNH to break out of that 343 because I would like to get a skip. I enter a one position here, but the only thing is I just want to see I want to see where it's going. I do like UNH just because of this resistance becomes a support. This is a rejections, a possible reversal to the upside. The only thing that I don't like is I feel like UNH is struggling. It's been struggling, and I would like to make this pointing up and cross over the signal line. It's been struggling, and this is not a good sign because we are lacking of volume. That's the only thing that I don't like UNH, but I did enter one on Friday, which is I break another rules, but it was a leap. It was a little bit longer than anticipated than my my expiration. But the only thing I don't like is really this RSI curled down and then we don't have a volume. This is too early, and just like I said, a full confirmation for UNH to move higher is that 340 to 343. So I prefer to be above 343 to confirm the move to the upside. Right now, it's just currently vacillating.
Recording in progress.
It's just currently vacillating from 330, 331, 329. It's just right here. It's just not moving much bigger than I anticipated. We're vacillating within this little candle. We do have this beautiful inverse head and shoulder. We are just stuck. It's stuck above the 50 MA. And we couldn't surpass that 342, 34, or the resistance is about 340 to 343 with the 50 MAs on the 342. We're just really stuck in there. The real confirmation for this to get a leap or to get a call for Tesla for a longer expiration, if you would like to swing this, it's 343, excuse me, on the daily. Just watch your daily because you have a beautiful inverse head and shoulder and it's not confirmed. The reason why I took an entry, I don't know why I took an entry, but I mean, I do know why. Because half of this candle, but it's not confirmed. It's not confirmed. It's really not confirmed, but I would like to enter it early, thinking like I could be able to scalp from 330 to 343 before I have my full confirmation above here. Let's see. If not, I'll just take it out. I'm not losing. I am in the money. My support lies on the 325, 326. That's a support, but breakdown of that, it'll be so bearish because it's going to get to retest that 320 all the way back to that 311 to 304. So that's your support. But I do like it. We have this first rally and then pull back, and hopefully we will surpass this 50 MAs. That's the only thing that's holding back UNH to move higher. It wants to move higher. We're just lacking buyers. No volume. We've been stagnant here. Stagnant. The volume is just no volume at all. We're just waiting for the news. So we are waiting. So if we see a spike up volume on the daily, that means we had a breakout on the inverse head and shoulder, and that's going to be bullish, and it's going to be good for leap. Go ahead, Aid Jackson.
Hey, Miss Mary, can you hear me now? Sorry, I was on mute.
I can hear you.
Oh, sorry. My question was Tesla. I just didn't get my hand raised up. On Friday, I saw there was a call wall of 455. Do they reset every week? Those reset every Friday, right?
Your call, did you exit out?
No, I'm saying I chat GBT and I saw there was a call wall. Like Josh talks about these call walls, like put walls and call walls, and it was at 455. And I seen like the last hour, it just stayed in that range, 445. So that flips each week, right? With expirations. In fact, if you go to the 5-minute candle and you look back from 3 to 4 o'clock, it just traded within that 455 range.
And I'm sorry, I am not catching up because he said there is a 450 call that is there's a
No,
spike.
call wall, the wall. Like I think
A
the
wall,
put and call
yeah.
wall.
Josh has been talking about that on his videos lately about walls.
Oh, I don't know anything about walls.
Okay, sorry then.
Sorry about that. I'm not
That's okay.
familiar with the walls that he is talking about. They're
Yeah, he talked about it on the last video, I remember, and I had it written down to go look at it, and I haven't even looked at it yet.
yeah, I should watch his videos. Yeah, I don't heard that.
Don't want, just copy the link into Gemini and tell Gemini to transcribe it for you, condense it,
Yep.
get you through things a lot quicker.
It's really time consuming for me.
It is, you
Yeah.
get overwhelmed with a lot of videos, right?
Yep. So I only listen to Josh. That's the only YouTubers I listen to, but that's when I missed it. I missed that one.
My favorite YouTube is the Miss Marian Ertwan channel.
Thanks. I only give you guys technicals and then you make your own decision. So let's go back with UNH. Remember, full confirmation to the upside. Ready to get your calls is when it reach about 443. That's your cue. If you're entering, just make sure you do have a stop loss because we could get to that 325, 326 level of support, which retests back that 322 to 320 right here. Right, we're just vacillating within the 50 MAs and the 100 MAs. No confirmation. The volume is pretty stagnant. It's just pretty average. It's just stuck there. It's just really stuck. We're just waiting. I don't know if there's a news coming for this. It's just really just vacillating up and down with a bullish inverse head and shoulder. The second shoulder is higher than the first one, which is bullish. I do like the setup. I'm just waiting for a full confirmation, a breakout. If not, I'll cut it loose. It's okay, but I wait for a full confirmation above here. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. See, another hurdle. This is what I'm talking about. This 200 MAs is just really stuck in there. It's just really serving as a resistance. So just that's like I said, we would like to be above the 50 MA to confirm a move to the upside. Okay, so be ready when you see we break out of that 343. That's your cue to enter your call. Please note, I am not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing you what I'm going to do. That's your UNH. Yes, Mason Gore.
Yeah, could you look up SPY?
Oh, we are in UNH right now, but sure.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
That's
Hey,
okay.
Mary, what's the expiration date that you guys are shooting for on UNH?
Well, Dan, you gotta have to wait, okay? Because it's not fully confirmed. It's just
Yeah.
vacillating. It's just vacillating within this candle. There's no breakout or breakdown. So this is too early, Dan. So I don't want you to follow me on here. I was
I was talking when you're doing the 4-hour right there, and you're mentioning if it breaks the 200, right? It's ready to go.
yeah, it's gonna be ready to
4 hour?
go. Yep. So right now, that 343 and 342 is aligned with the 250 MAs on the daily and the 4 hours. That is serving as a resistance. We need to break out of that resistance for UNH to move freely, which could get to 350 all the way to 358.
If it does break, because like I'm new to the options totally, and I was just wondering, what expiration date would I like?
Well,
I mean, for a leap.
you could
or-
no, not a week, okay? I prefer
No, a leap.
Oh, a
I
leap.
said.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you could do a leap. Just please be mindful on the volume. You could do 30 days. I'm not expecting this to hold for more than a couple weeks. Absolutely not. I just want to get out. I want to get out at 343 and exit out at 350 to 359 or 360. So that's the goal for UNH. But the real resistance of UNH lies around here. That 380 to 371, 380, that $9 difference, that is the real resistance if we do break out on the inverse head and shoulder.
And what kind of estimate on that expiration date for those, take profits there?
Minimum 30 days. If you're
30
going
days?
to do this, minimum 30 days. Okay, that's just a minimum. Otherwise, I prefer you to do your skip or your leap, because once we break out of this 200 MAs, then we could definitely fly.
And then do you go at the money or in the money on
In
those?
the money. I do only in the money.
Yeah.
The money. So let's say this is
How Mhm.
If
Go
this
ahead.
is 330, you're going to buy like about 320. Okay. Because right
Okay,
now
thank you.
we don't have a
Mhm.
full confirmation of a breakout. This is too early. It's really too early. We're just vacillating from here to here. Nothing yet. There's no movement. We want a breakout confirmation with the volume, confirmation
On the
above
fo-
50 MAs.
Above the 50 on the
On the
day, and then
daily and 4 hours above your
on
200
the
MAs.
200 on the 4 hour.
Yeah. We're really struggling. We tried once, we tried the second time. So hopefully it's gonna go back and try the third time. And the third time is the charm. We could break out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. We're trying to break that ceiling. All right.
Trying to break that ceiling. That's right. Trying to break that ceiling.
Mandy has a question.
Oh, yeah. When you're done with UNH, can you please take a look at Apple for tomorrow?
Sure.
Thank you.
Let me go ahead and do SPY because Mason asked for SPY first. Mason, what is your questions on SPY?
Yes, I wanted to get some tickers on some SPY. I wanted to see how high it was gonna go.
Well, currently right now we are on the 689 level of resistance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give me 1 second. I might owe you guys a couple of cents or $1 or $2, okay? If we do move and break out of that 689 to 691, that will be your resistance. On the weekly chart, it wants to get to $716. Let's go take a look at this in the shorter time frame because that's a big gap. SPY doesn't really move much. SPY moves like on a weekly basis, 661, about $13-14. So if we have how many, the 678 to 688, $10. So this moves $10. This moves 661 to 83. Oh, that's about $22. I'm sorry. Excuse me, $22. This moves 650 to 675, $15. 663, 684, it's about $20. So the resistance, it could reach 617. Okay, it could, let me just take a look at that again. Okay, so yeah, it could actually hit 617 next week if this is bullish. Okay, if this bullish, we're still struggling. We do have, let me see if this is higher. Hold on. 689. There's no divergence. It's showing us a little bit of a weakness on the RSI currently right now. But if we cross over those lines above the bullish crossover above the signal line, and same thing with the MACD, then we could definitely see SPY testing these level, which could happen within a week, right? There's going to be a little bit of a struggle on the 689, 691, but break out of that, then you do have that 716, 734. But let's take a look at the shorter time frame. This is
You in the 4 hour now, right?
yeah, give me 1 second. There is a bearish divergence on the 4-hour chart. So draw your trend line on the 4-hour chart. Make this as your trend line. There's a bearish divergence in here, as you can see. The price continued to go high, your momentum or your RSI continued to go down, but it's not confirmed. It could continue to have a bearish divergence. but it's not confirmed. Okay, so this thing could just invalidate it because it's already fall below the signal line. It's curling up, but this will serve as your trend for a divergence. If it falls below that, then that the divergence is confirmed, then it could fall. Retest possibly this 50 MAs on the 4-hour chart. On the daily, this is a nice volume. This is pretty average volume. This is a pretty nice volume. Do you guys know what candle is this? That's a doji, right? So that's a doji, and it's a shooting star, by the way. A shooting star. We have a hammer. So this is a bunch of rejection candles. So we really would like to be above tomorrow if it ever, you know, if we open above 685, then that will be bullish. But if we fall below 685 and retest at 681, then that's going to be bearish because it could retest back to that 681 to 678 and 677. It's not much. But the goal is to be above 685 tomorrow, retest at 688, 691, 688, 689 to 691 as your resistance. And then obviously I told you you got that 716 level of resistance on the weekly chart. Right now it looks bullish. It looks like it wants to climb. Your volume is climbing up, not fully confirmed yet, but we really need to be above 685 tomorrow. Let's take a look at the weekly again. Weekly is bullish, by the way. This is a morning star pattern right here with this 3 candles. This is a confirmation that we're gonna go higher. We're actually aligned with this candle, so we really need to be above this candle. Let's take a look at the monthly actually. Oh, monthly is looking nice either. So we have 23 days for. So, 1, 2. We have a possible rejection. This could be bullish. Oh, okay. You see this bearish divergent? And we are way overbought on SPY, so we need to be careful in SPY. We really need to be careful. This is a monthly chart. This RSI moves slower, but we are getting exhausted. This price action continued to go up. The price continued to go up. Your RSI is getting exhausted. It's just a matter of time that SPY is really going to pull back. It's really going to pull back. We got 1, 2, 3. Okay. And we finally had a green candle. So if we had a positive, we just have 1 red. We have 3, 2. This is a too tight of a. I mean, it's such a. I'm sorry. It's such a big gap from here to here. So I will not want to use this to confirm my my monthly divergent. But since this is a monthly chart, the real support on that really lies on that $600. I don't think hopefully it doesn't happen, right? But that is really the monthly support lies here. There is a support in here too on the 615 and the $600, but the goal is to surpass this above 685. We have to be above 685, really above 685. If not, then we could
Isn't that 665?
What?
Go back. You said 685. I thought is it maybe the screen is small.
Well,
was it 685 or 665?
685. We really have to be
Okay.
above 685 for SPY. We're really just be mindful on your monthly. It's really getting exhausted. We are on the overbought territory already. Yeah, and then your weekly is already telling you that we may not be able to climb up. Your signal line is serving as a resistance for the RSI that is trying, it's hindering it to go higher. So this could you could push a little bit higher, but there's a chance might be able to go back and start retesting our support here. So let's be careful with SPY. Remember, it doesn't matter how further the candle move, it always go back and retest your 50 MAs. Your 50 MAs has a gravitational force where it wants to get those candles back to that 50 MA. That's the beauty of it.
Okay,
So
thank you.
so be careful with SPY. We could just do scalping on SPY still, by the way.
I ask a quick question about scalping?
Yeah.
When you draw the support lines and resistance in the higher time frames, like say the weekly and the daily, right? You put our support lines and they're strong, right? So when we go down to scalping, like 5 minute, those are really strong support and resistance, right? Because they're in the higher time frames. And then when we go to the lower, like 5 minute, then we got to tighten up our resistance and support
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
the lower.
Well, when it comes to scalping, if you draw your weekly resistance and you see the candles is approaching on that weekly, expect hesitation.
Right. That's
Expect a little
strong,
hurdle.
right? Because it's on the weekly and daily.
That's correct. Expect
so-
a price
and then-
action, respect a possible rejection, not unless that momentum is very strong that it will break through.
Yes.
But
okay.
normally there's always a rejection before
Yes.
breaking out of that level.
And then I just put in like I said, I look at local resistance and just tighten up, other support and resistance in between the real strong ones for the daily and the weekly.
Yeah, you could try to use your 30 minutes for your resistance to scalp.
Okay.
Just pay attention to the candles and, always use your VWAP, okay? Always use your VWAP.
Yeah, I do know. Yeah.
And remember your volume, 2 to 3 volumes are invalid. That's the only thing I could say. 2 to 3 are invalid. You don't use 2 to 3 volumes because they're very volatile, and then you just use the fourth and so forth.
Oh, I don't know that rule.
Yeah,
So
you don't use this because if you're going to gauge this, let's say there's a breakout, Mary, there's a breakout on this candle. This is pretty big, and there's a second big candle confirms the move to the upside. But look how, yeah, it's similar to that, right? But you're only allowed to use the fourth candle histogram bars, okay? After you use that,
is it to some particular time frame or all time frames?
well, if you're using the 10 minutes, you look at the histogram, the 10 minutes, right? But look at the candle, look at the histogram. Do you see any breakout or a bigger volume above that? This is the bigger volume of the day. And if you see a spike up here, most likely there's a breakout on this trend line.
Oh.
But it didn't. You did not see us because we're not going to use this. If you see a spike up of that, yes, it happens here, but this is power hour, by the way. It's like the same thing as the volatility on the first three histograms.
Oh, and are you just talking at when the market opens, the first three?
The first 2 to 3 doesn't confirm that you don't use the volume. You void it.
Right. Okay. Oh, when the market opens.
Yeah.
Usually Josh says the first 15 minutes, the 3 bars, right?
Yeah, actually, yeah, you could use I'm sorry, this is 10 minutes. Yes. Yes, I'm sorry, this is supposed to be the 5 minutes.
So the first 3 bars when opening market, it's okay. Yeah, we wait for the 4th one.
For the volume.
Yeah, the volume. Okay. Oh, not even the candles?
Try it. Try Josh and see if it works for you guys.
I'm just trying to understand. I ain't trying.
See if it works for you guys, that 3 candles. Remember Josh said this is the most volatile candles?
Yes.
Right? So it's the same thing with the volume. If it works out for you guys, do it. The problem is we have to continue to use it over and over again, right? You have to continue. You have to practice that strategy. If it works out for you, just because it failed twice or 3 times doesn't mean it doesn't work. You have to try it, like what? At least try it for like 2 to 4 weeks, right? How many times Albert Einstein failed to create that bulb? How many times Henry Ford tried to build that V8, right? It took forever. It took 1,000 times. So how come you quit already on the 30 trials? You still have 1,000 more tests. Okay, so the same thing with the volume. You don't use the volume of the first 2 to 3 histogram. So on the after the 4th and the 5th, this is going to be your spiking volume, which is here, right? So if you don't see another spiking volume here, it means there's going to have a little bit of a struggle. What does that mean? If there's no spiking volume, what happened? There is no volume. There's nothing to push this, or there's nothing to pump this move to the upside. There's none. So cross out this. We don't use that. And whatever got the biggest one, this is the biggest one. If there's another breakout, you're going to see another spiking volume here. Any questions? So let's take a look at SPY for tomorrow. I'm going to do a morning huddle tomorrow morning because I'll be flying on Tuesday. Actually, I'm not going to be flying. I'm going to be keeping my husband company. He's going to Miami. So on Tuesday. So for SPY, this is your resistance. But I'll be with you guys tomorrow. We'll take a look at the SPY. This will be your resistance. Yes, could extend to the 689. And we do have a possible support since SPY moves 681, 685. So it moves about $4, 679, 684, $4-5. So we cannot really use much of the support like here. So we're trying to trade SPY candle to candle. So this is going to be our support for SPY tomorrow. So let's see where this thing is going tomorrow and see if it's going to break out of that resistance and test that 691, or we're going back down and test this local support all the way here and maybe retest the 50 MA. So that will be my trend line for tomorrow and see where it's going. And then I'm going to start looking at my 5 minutes. Just like the 5 minutes, the 5 minute, you have to wait. Let's use the last time here. Where's my candles? Hold on, guys. Let me give you guys a free coaching today.
Quick question. Just kind of going back to the volumes. If you don't see another spiking volume, would you just close up positions? And how many bars would confirm this before closing the positions?
Well, it depends. You mean closing your position? You mean taking profit?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I don't know if you traded with me. I have levels of resistance. And I don't know your technique of exiting a position. Because when you're scalping, you really would like to ride the wave to the upside, right? You want to ride the move to the upside. If you're a momentum trade like this is pre-morning market, by the way. If you're a momentum trade, you enter a positions when it turns green and you exit out on the first red. If I'm trading this with you guys, I will definitely give you level of resistance. If I see red, green, red, green, red, green, that is consolidation. And then if I'm watching this and I don't see no spiking volume, confirms with my RSI, I'm going to tell you that this trend is a little bit weaker and we may pull back and possible retest the VWAP. Because it's trying to come up here, it's trying to, it's consolidating, it's consolidating, and there's no volume that's spiking that's saying, hey, we're going to move up and break out that consolidation. Instead, we break down and retest most likely the VWAP there. Let me check. So yes, I will tell you to close your position when I start seeing this consolidation. Because if you are in profit already, you got one. This is your first resistance, right? This is your first resistance of the morning because you finally had a pullback. This is your first resistance. This actually your first resistance and your morning market is pretty much aligned. So I'll say this is your first pullback, the second pullback. If I miss that entry because it's too early, if I miss that entry, I will wait for this is a bullish candle, which is nice. And then we have a red candle. So this is a pullback. I'm going to go ahead and draw my resistance here. Anything that's a move above that, I will try to go and ride that wave wherever my resistance is. If my resistance close by here, then exit out my position here, because it's 1, 2, 3 wave already. You got 3 rallies already. So it means exhaustion. It could either create a new higher high, but most likely, it's going to give you the wave A and B, which is your lower high, which created a lower high right here. So you have 3 rallies. Remember, I've been teaching you guys in a technical perspective. You would like to ride 3 waves only, right? 3 rallies. You're scalping. You don't know if this is going to continue to go higher. So you got 1, 2, 3. I'm like, hey, Tom, it's already exhausted. Let's get out of our position. And what do you think, Tom? What would you tell me?
On which one? Say it again.
So I'm like, hey, Tom, I'm going to get out of my position. It already have 3 rallies. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. Elliott wave. Goodbye.
Right?
Wave
So,
goodbye.
so we're going to
Yeah.
wait. We're going to wait because after that 3 rally, we're going to have that lower high.
Yeah.
And if you're consolidating already, your premium, your profit that you got from here, it's already eating your premium. I'm like, let's get out. Maybe
Yeah, and your RSI, so you look at that example, your
Yep.
RSI is already rolls.
I
right?
already said that to them. Like, it's consolidating. Your RSI is giving you an early hint, like, hey, this momentum to the upside is slowing down. We are slowing down indeed, and it's already seen right here, back up with your RSI falling. So I'm like, let's get out. Let's get out. And your volume, there's no spike in volume here. It's confirmation. There's no buyers to push this move to push
No,
this.
even in that green candle after the 2 reds that tried to push back up, the volume was still super low. Go to your right. Yeah, that green candle that
Right here.
bounced off a VWAP. Yeah, I mean
Yep.
it bounced off a VWAP, but the volume is really low on it.
Yeah, we actually created a higher low right here.
Yeah.
We created a higher low here. And then it was like, okay, where are we? Do you guys know where's the confirmation to go down here? Early entry. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not quite sure if I will take that put there. Why is that? Because your resistance lies here. What if this thing rejected and then cross over? This is just resistance becomes a support, and then it cross over that VWAP again. So there's really no confirmation for me to trade. I will not give you, maybe aggressive trader, but your first take profit lies here. Always. Your resistance becomes a support, and if you're going down, you're going short, your first take profit always lies on that key level of support. And then retested, you got a beautiful tweezer top rejecting the VWAP. Then I'm like, okay, confirm here, trade. But it's not much of a move. Retest again. You got 1, 2, 3. Remember I told you about 3? You got 1 retest on the VWAP. Every time there's a breakdown or a breakout, the candles always try to retest that. 1. Normally 1 is just saying, hey, it's a continuation to the downside. It's a cue to enter a trade after a after a breakdown of the VWAP. It's a signal to say, hey, this is just a pullback, a continuation to the downside, which it did, but let me go ahead and try it again. Second, and let me go ahead and try again. Third. So when I see a third trial for the VWAP, I'll say, I am not touching that. I am not going to buy put. Why? Because yes, what about Mary? The third is the charm, right? Yeah, third is a charm, possibility to break out to the upside, and then you'll be cooked. My son's favorite word, Mom, you're cooked. So
It was actually a W pattern that kind of failed anyways.
Yeah, right here, W pattern. Yep. So and then if you buy put here, but Mary, it's good. You retest here. It did not really fall below. Let's say you buy in the red, because that's normally you buy red for a put, right? And it gives you a green, lose money. And this one, yeah, you'll make money, but just because you enter a trade, do you actually know when to exit it? Did not give you much. And what time is this? You also take into consideration the time. This is 1:30, 1:15. Less volume here. It's really less volume. Then what happened? You just consolidate, wasting money. Even after power hour, there's really no volume. It sucks. Tesla sucks here. From here to here. Sucks.
It's fine.
Yeah. So tomorrow, hopefully, we'll get a better trend. So oh, sorry, SPY. Thank you, thank you. So since you could actually use these resistance for SPY again on the shorter time frame if you guys want. Okay, just draw, because on Friday we had the top resistance lies here in the 688, but this is not much of a move because you're in 685. You don't really know, you really have to wait. I cannot tell you guys enough that you really have to wait for the pre-morning market, and then from there it could gauge us where we're going. Is it gonna break out of that resistance, or is it gonna break down to the support? So it's kind of hard for SPY if we're gonna go call or short. So I gotta have to see this during pre-morning market. Right now it's not going to give me more information because the pre-morning market's going to happen here, right here. So let's wait for pre-morning market, and then we could decide where we're going if it gives us a trend. Okay, if it's just vacillate, then it's no bueno.
I see a lot of questions about Apple and Netflix, Marion.
Netflix throw that bomb on
Right?
P. Diddy, right? And I heard there's a lot of lawsuit.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, is it
I
Netflix has a contract with, what is that new contract?
they're buying Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers, the $75 billion. Yeah, there you go.
Yep. Crazy.
Yeah. And I think PDD is gonna sue Netflix. Okay, for Netflix, let's go ahead and take a look at the weekly.
That's Apple.
I mean, Apple. Thank you. Thank you, Tom.
Too many charts for you today, huh?
So many charts I taught today. And also, if I miss some of your favorite stocks, go to Michael. Michael will be doing a technical analysis for you guys. We have 23 days to complete this candle. We haven't even pulled back. This is a rejection candle, an early signal that say, hey, we may be rejecting, but that's a shooting star. Apple still looks bullish. We have a beautiful candle. This is actually a spiking candle. So let's see if this will give us a move to the upside if we remain above 278. So let me take a look at let me get rid of VWAP. You don't use VWAP when you're looking at technicals, okay? That's irrelevant. I'll give you guys resistance for Apple. 244, 244.46. So on the weekly basis, Apple moves 276, 288, so $12. 270, 280, $10, 265, 275, $10, 267, 276, $9, 265, 273, is that $8? 264, 277. So that's $13. Okay. So average Apple moves about $8 to $13. Okay. So we do have a nice rejection candles here. This is your Fibonacci extension. Fibonacci extension is when you exit a positions where it gives you resistance to take profit, right? So after a rally, we have a very short pullback, just like here. It's only one candle of a pullback. This is a pullback, rally, pullback. This is a one very shallow pullback, and then we continue to go higher. We consolidate a little bit from Apple, and this confirms the breakout on this little tiny consolidation. This confirms the breakout, which back up with the volume, increasing volume on the second candle, right? So the key for Apple is to continue to move higher is that we open above 278. But if we don't open above 278 and we cannot break out of that 278, yeah, even 276, we most likely will retest back to that 270 again, 270, 271. That will be your level of support, which is, this is just a very, very small consolidation right here on this 3-4 candle. This is a breakout back up by this volume. It's really nice. The only thing that we don't like is this is an early rejection candle. It's a shooting star, right? So if we open below 278 tomorrow, then expect a possible pullback. Expect a possible red candle for Apple, which your first, Apple doesn't move much on the weekly, so imagine on the daily. So which could retest that 275 and then 271 to 268 for Apple. So this is going to be your level of support. Do you guys currently have the level now post market? Yeah, I think we might fall. So so this is the scenario for this. So see, just like I told you, the 3 candles on the weekly, right? This 3 candles, I mean 1, 2, 3 candles. Well, let's go back to the daily. See how we consolidate it. Right? This is a consolidation. This is what is this? This is a range. This is a what? It's a horizontal channel. Horizontal channel is neutral, right? So what happened is we had a breakout candle here. This is actually confirms a trade. It gives you a big candle, increasing volume, increasing volume. Okay, it's fine. It's not like, whoa. It's not like a spike in volume compared to this. So you see the consolidation here. There was a consolidation here. And look at this volume compared to the breakout. And look at this volume compared to the breakout. There was a consolidation here. This, look at this candle, did not even, oh, this is the volume, by the way. This is, you see the volume is, it's bigger, but this is way bigger. This is really a nice volume. So that's why when I'm talking about volume, guys, and a spiking volume, just have to pay attention to that, to the breakout. If it's aligned, if it's back up with the volume, it confirms the trade. So this one, that confirms the trade. That is a beautiful exit. I mean, entry, which retest. It's okay to retest. This is just a short pullback that say, hey, whoever missed the train, come join me. That's when the resistance right here becomes a support. That's a buying opportunity. And the good thing is it did not even touch the real breakout level, which is only happens to be half of that candle. So bullish, right? So this is a confirmed breakout, retest of that. I'm not going to be afraid, although this is a massive, massive candle, right? And then we consolidate again.
Another spike.
Consolidate again, another spike, although this spike is not as big as the first spike, right? But I'll take it. It's still a spike for me. You're still above your MAs. It's still unusual volume. It's still a spiking volume. But look at this spike here. We consolidate here. But look at this spike volume here. Is it this one or this one? Hold on. This volume spike is actually going down. Look. This is a spike in volume right here. I mean, it's not a spike in volume. This is a breakout. But look at your volume. What do you guys notice? Is it big? No, it's not big. It's not big at all. And we are overbought on the territory. It's not big. This could be a fake out. Yes, Mary, we are on the horizontal. We break out and retest this. Just like this one, we have the horizontal breakout, retest, and probably we could move higher. But this unusual volume is not giving me a spiking volume compared to this. At least give me a little bit higher than the average volume. So it's not really much of a volume. This one gives me a little bit of volume, but it's not a spiking volume say that's backing up this rally. It's going to continue to go high. Now we're retesting, but Mary, you said that when the resistance becomes a support, it is a buying opportunity. But I hope this is not a fake out. I hope it's not a fake out. I hope that's why I said this is the weekly. So we really need to be above 278 tomorrow. If we fail, then this breakout is just a fake out. Okay, so we really need to be above here. It could retest back to 275, 276. It's fine, it's okay. But if we cannot remain above that, there is a high chance that we could actually retest back to that 265. And in that 265, we may continue to fall, retest 262, 257. And let's go to the weekly chart now. 270 right here. So you're gonna have to use this candle. Okay, so we're currently trading this candle right here. So your resistance is 280, 278 to 280, and your local support is 270. So you're trading within this candle. So tomorrow, use this candle to gauge where is the resistance and there is the support. Remember, half of that serves as a pullback. So there's going to be price actions between 274 to 275.
That's beautiful.
Any questions? This is like to prepare you guys, to those who's doing options, those slight move, $2 to $3 is good for you. But break out of that 278 or at least confirm 280, then we could definitely test 288. Any questions on Apple? I'm just giving you guys.
I think Apple's gonna pull back though.
Yeah, that volume is no bueno for me.
I've actually set alerts at 275, 265, and 250 to maybe do some leaps.
Those are support. Yeah.
Yep.
So that volume doesn't look very promising to me. Not unless there's fundamentals. Fundamentals can invalidate the technicals. Any questions on Apple? Any questions on my technical? Did you guys get that? Right. Let me go ahead and start looking at some questions. Let's start with so there is a FOMC meeting. Yeah, SPY. VIX is ready to move back up. Very oversold. Yeah, that's right. So Apple is already giving us a possible reversal. That fake volume. Let me just remove this little lines here. That fake volume could be a fake out for Apple. So let's see. And hopefully it's not. Let's see some questions. I was thinking of Apple. Thinking Apple's going heavy pullback. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Chaz. I'm seeing that too. So let's see, right? We cannot decide that until we see a confirmation tomorrow. Soundhound. Trump just tweeted something bad about Netflix. Yeah. Yeah, Netflix, just like Tom confirmed with me, I did with the Warner Brothers, $75 billion. Hangman is a reversal. Hangman is a reversal to the downside. Okay, Hangman is an early rejection. Not confirmed yet. You have to pay attention where it opens, either below the body of the hangman, the body of the hangman. Below that confirms your hangman, confirms the reversal. VWAP is the only you use for live trading? Absolutely. VWAP is not the only. You could use EMAs. You could use your 9 EMAs. You could also pair it with your RSI and MACD. You cannot just use VWAP alone. Otherwise, you'll be cooked. And also try to use your support and resistance as well. They could be aligned as well. Okay, let's go ahead one more and then I am done for tonight. Let's see, share my screen again.
Kristen, the difference between 8 and 9 is choice. 90 or 8.
Yep. There's no wrong and right on that. It's really yeah.
Oh, excuse me, Miss Mary.
Yes.
So you see how you have in your watch list for Apple, and you have that information. How were you able to get that on your chart for Apple?
The news,
To the far right, the news, yes.
Okay.
it's down to the bottom right. The bottom right indicators. Go to your right, Mary.
I think the
Down
simple
bottom,
way,
down bottom.
Tom, is go to settings and events.
Yeah, you can do that. Yep, you
Yep,
can do
you
that
could
too. Yep.
do latest news.
Thank you.
So you
Yep.
go to settings and then events. You could do dividends, splits, earnings, latest news. Okay. And then you press OK. And this is all the fundamentals, the dividend for Apple, the earnings for Apples, for any kind of news events for Apples, future earnings date, all the way right here. And you could
So
only
I
see
did-
this on the weekly, I think,
Yeah.
All
right?
right, I got that part there, Miss Mary. It's more over in your watch list.
On,
You
on the
have that
bottom right, the bottom right.
bottom
It's
left.
keep
Yeah.
keep going down, Mary. It's to the right of that. See the bullseye, the calendar.
Where? You have to show
Hold
me.
on, hold on, lady. Let me down here.
Oh,
Down in
right
this
here?
area. Yep.
Okay, there's a screeners. These are screeners, right? This,
Yeah, but there's one you can set for news.
yeah.
Let me look at mine real quick.
These are the economic news, by the way, to the. Oh, how do I set this up?
Yeah, go click
Right
no,
here.
click that one. Yep, and
Yep,
then it'll
your
say news
favorites.
flow right there.
Yep.
Third one down. Yep.
Right here is your favorites, screeners, and then news flows. Let's add that too. Sure, portfolio, no, it's okay. Options, sure, we could do that. You get crazy, right? Fundamental graphs. You just have to put
So
your
so here's
favorites.
the thing on my watch list. Like I have the ticker symbols, I have the price action as well as like the change percentage. But when I click on Apple, I don't get
The news?
I don't have yeah, it doesn't show up for me like that.
Did you check your settings right here? Click on your
Okay, check
settings,
that.
and then
Okay.
right here you have your dividends, your splits, your earnings, and your latest news. And your latest news should come up right here.
So okay, I don't have the latest news.
Click
Okay.
on it.
I did.
And you don't have this?
Let me
Look
click.
at that bell pad.
Which one is it?
You want to share your screen real
Do you
quick?
have a paid subscription or free?
It's paid.
It's paid. Okay, you
Yeah.
should get it.
Yeah, you should get it. So your settings right here to your right top corner, and you should put latest news.
Okay. So, Ms. Mary, is it possible that if you're looking at Apple, can you make that retract back in on your watch list side?
Right here, you just add your watch
Oh,
list.
okay. So that's how that is. Okay.
Yep.
So it's like, so if you go to, let's say if you go to Meta, it'll switch to Meta's, whatever chart you're looking at, it's going to pull it up.
Yep.
Okay. I got you.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, the reason why I have so much is because I teach. So whatever chart they want me to see, thank you, hon. Whatever chart you want to see, you just add it here, add symbol, and then whatever ticker symbol you want.
So it's there, Ms. Mary. What I had to do was I had to pull
Pull it
that
out.
dividing,
I was
that
just gonna tell you
dividing,
that you gotta pull it up.
yeah,
Yep.
I had mine all the way down and I had to
Uh,
pull it up. My wife just showed it to me.
yeah, you could just drag it up or drag it down.
Okay, I
Okay.
got it.
Yeah, but mine
Well,
is
mine
Thank you, guys.
yeah, mine is all discombobulated. It's everywhere because I teach in whatever stocks they want. I have to continue to add and add symbol, add symbol. So my watch list is all everywhere.
Nah, it's
I
perfect. You
only
guys,
trade 3 stocks, so I don't watch oh, what's trending. I don't really watch all these things. So I stick to my 3 trades and 3 stocks. I mean, if I'm doing options with US SPY and Tesla and QBTX or RKLX and VTX or HIMS or TSLL or AMDL, those are the things that I just trade. I don't trade anything else, not unless there's a penny stocks that's worth going, then I'll do it, but I hardly do penny stocks. It has to have fundamental news. I usually have I don't know if you guys know Mags from Mumu. She used to be so good at penny stocks, and she communicated with me. Hopefully one day she'll join us. She's really good on penny stocks. She'll tell you what are the trending penny stocks. And I remember in Mumu, she will tell us, oh, this is trending. And then she'll trade it, and I'll give support and resistance and where we could take profit. And we were making a lot of money, but she's so busy. So Mags, wherever you are, hopefully one day you get to join us on the live, and we could do her penny stocks, because she does a lot of research on her penny stocks, and it's whatever trending on that particular day, she'll trade it, and we'll make a lot of money. Tom, have you done that? Anybody from Mumu here knows Mags?
I do not. I did not stay in Louisville long.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she's pretty awesome.
Yeah, she was amazing. So we were like
Yep.
trade that penny stocks, and I'll give the resistance, and I'll tell them we need to get out. You know, it was fun. For hopefully one day. So let's go ahead and Soundhound. Oh, by the way, my APLD. Anybody bought
Yeah,
APLD?
I saw- yeah, you crushed it again.
APLD, we did have, it was trending. Remember, for those people who was long term, we got a 21.19 as a buy signal. I exit out my position just because of this ugly hangman. But don't be afraid, because this is just a possible short pullback. As you can see on the daily, we only have one candle here. The reason why I exit out is because I would like to take profit, but this is still bullish. Okay, your RSI, I mean your MACD finally reached above your bullish territory, about 0. But I would like to take profit just because I'm making so much money already. Why not, right? So if there is any opportunity that I could pull back, if this thing gets to 25 again and 23, then maybe I'll buy it.
Mhm.
But if you are long term, let me tell you something. It's not fully confirmed yet. Okay, this is not fully confirmed yet. We do have a beautiful Morningstar pattern. We're still trading on the bullish trend. This is just a beginning of this. This is just a confirmation of your excuse me, it's not a full confirmation. I'm so sorry. A full confirmation for APLD to move higher if we remain above 32. We did reach that 32, 31.96. 31.96, but we need to break out 32.17. If we remain above 32.17, that is your cue that APLD could still go higher and retest that 35 to 37 all the way to $40. And that's just the minimal resistance of APLD. Once again, if we break out of that $32, that confirm your Morningstar pattern, and APLD could continue to go higher. Still promised, it still looks promising to me. Let's take a look at the EMAs. Bullish. Okay. We had a breakout on the daily. This is respecting the 50 MAs, which is bullish. We have a W pattern. This is the second leg of my W pattern. That's why I took profit. Sometimes it could extend it all the way to that $33, which is all the way to 33 to 35. That is the resistance of the W pattern. The only thing I don't like about this move is we did have a breakout in here, but I did not see a spiking volume. So what I do is I exit out my position. But it's okay. But if you guys are scalping, I remember we did, I think it was like spike. It was trending on the $28 or 29, lower 29. You already have $2 profit. So you gotta have to know where you're taking profit. Are you gonna wait for that 33 to 35? All the way to the 33, 38 to $40. This thing could continue to go higher, but I just don't like that there's no volume, and I'm taking profit, securing my profit. There's nothing wrong with guaranteed profit. Once again, we need to break out $32 to confirm a move to the upside. Any questions with APLD? Anybody bought APLD, by the way? Soundhound. Soundhound is really struggling lately. We tried to push higher. We are... What channel is this, by the way?
Come on, somebody got it. Somebody knows
Come
it.
on, guys. This is an ascending channel. An ascending channel, you're gonna, it's what? Bullish or bearish? Bullish or
Bullish.
bearish?
Bearish.
Yep.
Bullish channel.
Bearish.
Bearish for the win, folks.
Bearish for the wins, right?
Oh, this is one used to drive me nuts. When Josh, before I learned how to chart, Mary, used to drive me nuts. I'm like, it's going up. How is it bearish?
Okay.
Drive me nuts.
The reason why it's bearish is yes, Tom, it's bullish because it has higher high, higher
Yep.
low, higher high,
It
higher
used to
low.
drive me nuts until you taught me how to chart.
But that higher high, higher low, it's kind of a weak move to the upside. Do you see?
Yep.
Can you guys compare this move up to this move? What is the difference between this bullish move to this bullish move?
It's losing steam.
One takes longer.
Good job.
Value.
One went straight up.
Yep.
Value.
All right.
You guys are all wrong, but the one that I like is the other one takes longer. It took how many candles this to move up just to get to this candle compare of a breakout here, Ashley?
Weeks versus days.
Yep.
This took 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a beautiful, strong momentum to the upside, which confirms once you see this massive bullish candle, that is a big confirmation to go up. That is a change of a setup, right? We're consolidation from here to here, and then we have a massive bullish candle back up with a spiking volume. I'm like, hey, let's ride that train. And then you end up having this. We have a higher high, higher low, higher high. But technically, do you guys know where... Do you guys know... What is a good question here? How are we going to change the setup of this? Because this is, yes, it's a higher high, high low. In reality, in order to change this setup to be more bullish, we would like to create a higher high. Currently, we are just trading on the, we are just creating a higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, or higher low, right? This is a bunch of higher lows. In order to change the setup, the structures of this higher low, we would like to create a higher high. And then we could say, now sound could be trending up again. Right now, we do have an ascending channel. We continue to have 1, 2, 3. Yes, other people could say that 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and we could say it's 4. That's fine. It's still trending above the trend line. Break out of that, confirm the downtrend. So what is hindering this from moving up? You have a 50 moving averages on that $12, right? So that's one of the hurdle. Is it going to spike up again tomorrow, Mary? This is a variation of a Morningstar pattern right here, right? A variation of Morningstar pattern, but confirms the Morningstar pattern that is an early reversal if we trade above this candle. So with that being said, then we could definitely climb up and retest up here, climb up and retest up here and the top of that trend line. But if we don't, your RSI is still bearish. Your MACD is still, yeah, it's okay, still below your signal line, right? This could be just a rally to the downside and then pull back, retest. The real support of this ascending channel lies here, right here. But if you see a rejection, maybe we have this Morningstar pattern, a possible candle here. It's just giving you a little bit of a hope. But look at your volume. Volume is still not much.
Isn't it more of a bearish pennant right now, though?
A bearish pennant?
Yeah.
This is more another ascending channel. Let's see on the daily.
No, at the bottom of that right there, right?
This one?
Yeah,
it could be actually an ascending channel again. Let's take a look on the daily. Oh, excuse me, guys. I woke up. Do you guys want to know my story today? Come on, Mary, you're boring. I ran 17 miles today. and I'm so tired. And then I forgot I have to have a coaching today, and I'm like, oh goodness. Okay, so we could say a possible ascending channel again, or we could say, what did you say, Tom?
I said a bearish pennant. If you were to go back to the higher time frame, the weekly, right, and draw that line down from the top.
Oh, right here.
No. The top of the where it spiked up way over here.
Can you draw it?
If you did this, right? I can't draw very good, right, with this, but
A bearish pennant looks like this.
yeah, that's what I'm drawing, right? Look, you got the lows, right? Higher lows right here.
Oh, you're talking about
But
here?
squeeze in here. Yep, but then because you had this big move down here.
Yeah, you can. You could say it's a bearish pennant. This is the pole. This is a tiny
Yep.
little pennant. Yeah, you could say that.
Yep.
Hmm.
Is that the same as like a bear flag?
Yeah.
Yes and no. I would think that too. Yeah.
But on the daily, it could be a bear flag or an ascending channel. But
Yeah,
yeah.
because it's that pennant compresses and then it's gonna decelerate fast if it breaks down.
Yeah. On the daily, it looks like it's well, we finally go up, break out of that 200, so that's good. We're just vacillating from that. But what are we lacking here? What are we lacking? Volume, right?
Yep.
We're lacking volume. Why I keep emphasizing on volume? Because without volume, there's no gas. Without gas, we ain't moving. Okay? So that's the reason why we need to know volume. Volume is important. It's important. Okay, so for me, this is a channel. This is a channel vacillating within these candles here, right? We finally above the 200. Doesn't mean anything because it could just vacillate back to this support, right? So we need a candle breakout here. Give me some volume spike. Give me an increasing volume here, at least, to give me some hope. Retested this $14. Okay, so if we break out above, let me see. Break out above $13, we have a little bit of move all the way to the 1450, 1452 level of resistance, right? With this candle. Or starts from 1430 to 1452. So break out of $13, you could gain about $1 or $1.50 right here. And what is the next hurdle on that one? You're gonna have to test here, which is aligned with your 50 MA, but the real resistance lies on that $16. So that's the top resistance. But break out of that $16, and then hopefully we could go back, retest $17, 1860 to 1938, back to that $20. Okay, so right now we are just consolidating with no volume, no breakout. We finally above the 200 MA, which is good, but no breakout, no volume. Nothing is moving the price to go up. I think we are done. I keep saying goodbye. Tomorrow we're going to do live trading. I'll go ahead and post it on the Discord because I'm not going to be there on Tuesday, so we're moving it for tomorrow. Please tell everybody that we're going to do morning huddle tomorrow, and your power hour will be tomorrow as well. No power hour on Tuesdays, but if me and my husband made it there in the afternoon, then maybe. But I will move everything for Monday. So tomorrow, please watch us for morning huddle. I do have a meeting on Monday, usually the busiest day, but I'll cancel everything for you guys just to be with you on your morning huddle and the power hour. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. And The power hour is the 3 to 4 p.m. The morning huddle is from 9 to 10:30, sometimes extended to 11 o'clock. What do you think, Tom? That's not my fundamentals.
If they announce it and then we get a clap.
Yeah. We don't want to honestly, we don't want to trade after the Fed speaks. That's it's just you're gonna see stagnant, either consolidating within the range. Yeah. So we really need to wait for that Wednesday. But everybody anticipate that rate cut anyways. Everybody anticipate, analysis anticipated, job lost, what was it, 75,000 last month? Yeah, last week. So we anticipated that already, but we still need to wait for the Fed's full confirmation, right? And then we're gonna see how SPY will react on that. Apple is already giving us a weakness, but let's see. It's not fully confirmed. It actually either retesting that resistance or we're gonna break down. What? Yeah. What is your name? Oh, give me 1 second. Can you send me that, please? Because there was having technical difficulties with WAP, and there's other students that showed up. I mean, there's other students that did not make it, but they pay for it. Tamir is aware of that. He mentioned it to me. If you could send me an email, it's asantiago_1, and then send me your screenshot of your class, because I did not see it on the calendar. And the Zoom link is actually on the WAP. Once you paid, it's already available in there, but most of you guys don't even have the link, so I have to submit it to Tamir and he individually email it to you. So I'm not quite sure why you did not get it, but if to those people who missed it, the rule of thumb is supposed to be if you missed it, you miss it, we'll send a recording. But Tamir, it was kind enough to say that we may do it for those people who miss it because of the technical difficulties of WAP. So let's see, just send me an email and maybe I will let you join for the following session. It's okay. It's asantiago_1 at yahoo.com. The WAP, the Discord charges, I think, I'm not quite sure. Is it 185 or 135? I'm not quite sure for the class. Yeah, but that's the fundamentals with Tamir and technical. Oh, okay. Well, I have no idea how much they charge. All I do is I just teach. So, no, level 3 will be maybe on December. So level 3 is for those people who are intermediate, okay? I am not teaching basics on that level 3. So level 3, if there's no explanations on the basic stuff for technical, that's when I give you guys a trade and you tell me when to enter. We're going to exercise your entry and exit strategy on that level 3. Level 2, we are since the technical difficulties on the WAP, I have to solve I have to help those people who paid for the class who did not get the link. So, and then we'll go ahead and reschedule the level 2. Huh? The class is in WAP. I'll send the link. I will send the link. I also do a personal coaching 101, okay? And also I do options too. So if you would like to do a 101 with me, any questions of your choice or options, I do options. Tom actually teaches options with me as well. So he does more complex options. I do basic options. So if you have questions on options and you would like to help on trading scalp, obviously I do that. So if you want to do coaching 101, you could do that as well. But it's just the class with Tamir is more with fundamentals, and it's longer for the money that I believe that you pay for a coaching 101, because your coaching is only 1 hour with me. But for the class is like 2 hours. With Tamir is like 2 hours. Or the 101 is 130. Okay. Yeah. Are you part of the Discord or the YouTube? Josh, Discord? Yeah, absolutely. We'll send it on the channel. Will Miss Mary's and Airtuan's channel. I'll send the link in there. Yes. Sure. When you guys go to my channel, Miss Mary and Airtuan's channel, I'll send the link there. Okay. There is multiple classes that I offer. One is the 101, that's 1 hour, and I have do a small group sessions, and that is 3 to 5 people, and we're going over scalping. So to those people who wants to scalp with me and would like to know the trick of how to enter and exit, and where to, where to take profit levels while I do the live trading, that's the technique that I show for my small group session. That is every Saturday every Saturday 3 p.m. Yeah, I'll send that link in there. So that Saturday group sessions is actually how to scalp. Sure, sure. Yeah, I'll send the link there. Huh? Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. Yeah, absolutely. So just do it there. So, but please join me for thank you, Dan. Please join me for the live trading tomorrow. We do it every Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, except for tomorrow, except for this week. I'm doing it for Monday just because I cannot be there on Tuesday. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Tom. All right, guys. Yes. Sure. If you start with a basic, how's your technical? I mean, you could just, I don't want to waste everybody's time here, because I think Michael is on now. If you would like to learn the basic, the master class is actually, I prefer everybody to take the master class with Tamir, just because you start with fundamentals and a little bit of psychology, and then the basic of support resistance. What is the indicator? I give extra on that class, the one that I've never shared on Sunday class. So you could sign up for that, and that's like a 2 hour class, and it's being recorded. You could review it, but if you do a coaching 101 with me, I don't record that anymore. Okay. No, we're opening again for the level 1 again, because some of the students missed that. So you're more than welcome to sign up again. We will send it. We will send it on the Discord. Okay. Yeah. So if you guys want to do options, let me know. I have Tom with me. I do a small group with Tom. And then I also do scalping. Okay. Scalping is a separate from that. Scalping is every Tuesdays with me at 3 p.m. So if you would like to sign up with that, you just have to be specific with me what you need to learn. Okay. I- I'll send it to you then. I'll send you an email. How's that? Make it more personal for you then. Yeah. Go join Michael. Michael is there now. So you have a great day. I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys Monday. You are welcome. Huh? What's cooking tonight? I did not cook today because oh, the class is cooking. Were you there? What today's class? Today's Sunday class? Oh, thank you, Bunny. All right, thank you, Mr. Jones. Thank you, sir. Sunday is 2 p.m. Saturday is 3 p.m. Okay? You are welcome. I appreciate you. Good night, guys. This is like the fourth time. Tom, see you tomorrow. Thank you. I know. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Big D. Thank you, Priscilla. Thank you, everyone. Good night, YouTube. Good night, traders. I love you guys. See you tomorrow. No, Rozzy. My dog is eating my pizza.